Retired Major General P.K. Sehgal, who is a defense expert. Sir, good morning. So, sir, at the UNGA Assembly, Pakistan once again raked up the Kashmir issue, to which India gave a befitting reply, saying that on one hand, Pakistan claims that they want peace with their neighbors, but on the other hand, they sponsor cross-border terrorism and shelter terrorists. What are your views on this?
There's nothing surprising and there is nothing new. All Pakistani prime ministers and all Pakistani foreign ministers have been saying this for a number of years. Today, Pakistan stands totally exposed. The entire world knows that Pakistan is the epicenter of terrorism. Most of the prescribed terrorists by the United Nations belong to Pakistan, and those who are being shielded by China also belong to Pakistan. Under these circumstances, India, in fact, has exposed Pakistan to such an extent that it should be shameful for Pakistani Prime Minister even to misuse the opportunity of addressing the General Assembly. Whether it was present Prime Minister or the previous Prime Minister or the erstwhile Prime Minister, all of them have misused the fora of the United Nations General Assembly to continue to speak on something that the entire world today doesn't virtually hear. And if you see at that point of time as to how many representatives of the heads of state were present in the General Assembly when the Pakistani Prime Minister is speaking, it is a matter of shame that he is almost speaking to an empty audience. Nobody wants to listen to Pakistani rhetoric. They have been exposed to such an extent that India actually, whether we give a befitting reply or we don't give a befitting reply, doesn't really matter. But we always exercise our right of response, and we put Pakistan in their place. And I'm very glad that we continue to do so. Today, Pakistan is in absolute turmoil. They are in great difficulty. More than 300, I'll say one third of the Pakistani population has been underwater. They've been badly affected. They need assistance from everybody. India offered assistance to them, but they've declined it. It is now high time that India tells the people of Pakistan, which we're going to possibly say, that it is your government that is responsible for all the agony and misery that you're suffering. There are lots of countries who want to help you in a very major way. But unless and until the country changes its rhetoric and changes its attitude and changes its stance, there is no way that we could be of any use to you.
So, if I may ask to our guest, Mr. Sehgal, we have seen that Pakistan has been flooded. Wherever Pakistan Prime Minister goes, he has been trying to gather more sympathy, aid and assistance from the world community. At the same time, in the United Nations General Assembly address, he started his speech with all the devastation that has been in Pakistan through the flood. However, soon enough, he started his rant on Kashmir and how India has been doing all the demographic changes in Kashmir. Do you think in that context, will a neighbor like India will be able to sit on a table and do some sort of assistance or help in order to save Pakistan from the devastating flood that it is currently facing now?
India has consistently, for the last several years, particularly from the time the present dispensation came into power, they've been trying to help their neighbors as many ways as possible. If you notice that the COVID was at its peak, we gave to all the neighbors COVID vaccine free of cost. All that notwithstanding, and even we offered now aid to Afghanistan, we offered aid to Pakistan, particularly in terms of food, etc., because the prices have skyrocketed. But the Pakistanis are not inclined to take help from India. With the result, the people are suffering. And as far as Shehbaz Sharif is concerned, he once again raked up the issue of Jammu and Kashmir and said India wants to convert Jammu and Kashmir into a Hindu Rajya. What an absurdity. India has no such intention whatsoever. Indian Muslims are as much part of India as Pakistan is. They made the mistake of thinking that they will support Pakistan in 1948, 65, 71, 99. At no point of time did the Indian Muslims of Kashmir ever came to Pakistani assistance. They know what Pakistan means, and they don't want to lose the liberty and freedom. In fact, I've been in Kashmir post my retirement, in those areas where even angels dare to tread, Shopian, Kulgam, Pulwama, Anantnag. And when I spoke to students, every year I spoke to about 30 to 40,000 students. They all told me that today the type of freedom that we have in India, that sort of freedom exists nowhere in the world. And
So,
they said,
Mr. Sehgal,
"Ye
yeah. So, Mr. Sehgal, if I may ask, there has been talk from the Pakistan side. In fact, there has been a lot of sentiment in Pakistan society where we recently saw how people wanted to open up trade with India in the face of this devastating flood that they are facing. Also, there was some mixed feeling from the political class of Pakistan also that they should open up trade with India, and for that they also need to sit on a dialogue table. But in that context, uh, Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif raising up issue of Kashmir and forgetting the issue of cross-border terrorism from the Pakistan side that India has been a victim of for a very long time. Do you think in that that is the kind of atmosphere, that is the kind of conducive atmosphere that India would have liked in order to sit with Pakistan and talk about the bilateral issues and all the legacy or the bone of contention that there has been between India and Pakistan? So, do you think that latest remark by Pakistan's Prime Minister would help both the sides to sit on table and do some dialogue and diplomacy on the issues of past?
Look, as far as the government of India is concerned, we made every possible effort to improve the equation of relations with Pakistan. You remember, Atal Bihari Vajpayee made a trip to Lahore. Even Prime Minister Modi made an unannounced and a surprise trip
Yes.
to Lahore to personally wish Nawaz Sharif on his birthday, as well as he touched the feet of his mother. In accordance with the Indian tradition of respecting the elders. And what happened the very next day or 48 hours thereafter, there was an attack on Pathankot. So every effort by India has been met with a unfortunate response from Pakistani side. All this notwithstanding, Indians are absolutely convinced that Pakistan's survivability eventually lies in improving relations with India. The Pakistani business community, the Pakistani people know that Pakistan economically is no longer viable, and if it wants to survive, it has to improve its equation and relations with India. I am looking forward to the future, perhaps 10 to 15, 20 years from now. Either Pakistan will break up, or Pakistan will have no option but to be, it will have to confederate with India if it wants to survive as an independent nation, and if it wants to survive as an economic entity.